Have you ever felt an emotion simply by observing someone else's emotional state? How did you handle that empathy? Can you describe a time when empathizing with someone changed your perspective or actions towards them? In the heart of a bustling city, there lived a young woman named Ilara. Known for her sharp mind and cool demeanor, Ilara was often seen as unapproachable, her emotional walls high and well guarded. Yet beneath this facade was a heart that longed for connection but feared vulnerability. One chilly winter evening, as snow gently fell, Ilara found herself on a crowded subway. The car was packed, the air thick with the scent of wet wool and the sound of chatter. Amidst this, a small commotion caught her attention. An elderly man, visibly confused, was trying to ask for directions but was met with impatient sighs and averted eyes. Ilara watched as people ignored him, their own worlds too small for kindness. Something stirred within her, a whisper of empathy she'd long suppressed. With a deep breath, she approached the man, her voice soft. "Can I help you find your way?" The man, Mr. Thompson, looked up with weary eyes that suddenly sparkled with hope. He explained he was trying to get to his daughters for Christmas, but he was new to the city and had missed his stop. Ilara, with patience she didn't know she possessed, listened intently, not just to his words but to the quiver in his voice, the slight tremor of his hand. She realized he was more than lost, he was lonely. Instead of merely giving directions, Ilara decided to accompany him. She held his arm as they navigated through the bustling streets, her usual brisk pace slowing to match his shuffle. They talked, or rather, Mr. Thompson shared stories of his life, his late wife and his daughter he hadn't seen in years due to her busy life. Ilara listened, truly listened, her heart opening with every word. When they finally reached his destination, Mr. Thompson's daughter was there, her face a mixture of relief and joy. But the reunion wasn't just between father and daughter. Ilara, who came to help with directions, found herself hugged tightly by Mr. Thompson, tears in both their eyes. "You've given me more than directions today," he whispered. "You've given me your time, your warmth." Ilara left with a heart full, not just from the act of kindness, but from the realization of her own capacity for empathy. This moment marked a turning point. She began to let down her walls, not all at once, but bit by bit, allowing connections to flourish. Her life, once a solitary journey, became rich with relationships, not because she changed who she was, but because she embraced an aspect of herself she'd kept hidden. Years later, on another snowy evening, Ilara received a letter. It was from Mr. Thompson's daughter, sharing that her father had passed, but not before telling her the story of the kind stranger who, in his last moments of feeling, he wrote in his almost squeezed letter, because of how many times he had to hug the piece of paper, what it means to hope again, love again, believe again. And it was a beautiful pleasure to leave this callous world behind, not just empty, but with the most amazing gift of love from a complete stranger. The burst of continued tears drenched Ilara's face and soul. She suddenly realized how her ego has completely alienated her from who she truly is. I have been in Ilara's shoes many times. I have allowed ego to destroy wonderful relationships. I admit all the faults are mine, some of it because I was naive, but most of it are simply because I was a self-centered, arrogant fool. Please don't judge me, because if I do know what I know now, I wouldn't have been married when I did. I wouldn't have walked away from many valuable friendships, and most especially, I wouldn't have believed in a lie for years. That world rotates around me. Now my actions have me to introspect, wonder who am I truly, and why don't I have the capacity to love myself enough to project the same love unto others. To love truly is to understand completely and be aware that we are actually here for one purpose only, which is to give a piece of ourselves every time and serve when it's not convenient. My focus is now on the many good things I can possibly do in the shortest amount of time. Truly nothing matters, and life is truly short, and sharing love in its purest form is what truly matters. I am on a journey of self-discovery, and I want to encourage anyone out there that's feeling this same awakening to join me as we all long to love more, listen more, believe more, share more, and to be more emotionally intelligent, to know that we are all here to spread love. See you tomorrow as we continue the search of the true meaning of living and being alive. Please share, like, and subscribe. It truly helps the channel. Thanks for watching. My name is Victor Richman.